and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nafar Adila Mentujari and today I will presenting on the topic how plastic are made from petroleum, from crude oil to plastic products. Plastic is one of the most widely used synthetic materials in modern society and is found in many products that we use every day. Most plastic are made from petroleum, also known as crude oil, which contain hydrocarbons that can be converted into useful chemical compounds. Through several chemical processes, including refining, cracking, and polymerization, these compounds are transformed into polymers. The resulting polymer are then used to manufacture a wide variety of plastic products, from household, commercial, and industrial applications. In this presentation, I will explain the process of converting crude oil into plastic products and discuss the importance of each stage in the manufacturing process.
Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Iman. So today I will tell you guys about the challenges and analysis plastic that made up from petroleum. Let's go. As we know, plastic pollution can affect human health, and usually the microplastic that we consume every day is come from contamination of food and water supply and the exposure to the consumer products. For example, the microplastic itself comes from fish and shellfish that often ingest harmful microplastics such as PCB and BPA plus that can pass through by human consumption or diet and routine. Furthermore, the microplastic in bottle plastic also can raising long-term health effect. So the water we consume every day from water bottle can affect the microplastic too. Moreover, personal care products also, such as cosmetic, toothpaste, and exfoliants, can contain tiny plastic particles that can absorb to skin and ingested. And lastly, the plastic packaging and container also can absorb BPA and phthalates to our body because of the consumer uh, excessive. As we know, plastic pollution can affect human health, and usually the microplastic that we consume every day is come from contamination of food and water supply and the exposure to the consumer products. For example, the microplastic itself comes from fish and shellfish that often ingest harmful microplastics such as PCB and BPA plus that can pass through by human consumption or diet and routine. Furthermore, the microplastic in bottle plastic also can raising long-term. Besides that, we can get too many disease if we are too over-consuming microplastic in our life. For example, chemical toxicity come from microplastic can affect our endocrine disruptor and eventually cause endocrine cancer. In fact, we are exposed to the breast and colon cancer by the carcinogen in the microplastic. As we know, carcinogen is a dangerous chemicals to our body because it have fading groups and benzene ring in the carcinogen. In addition, prolonged exposure can cause chronic respiratory system, asthma and allergies, also lung damage, among the diseases that can impact our body. Moreover, our immune system body will be decreased if our body absorb too many microplastic in our immune system. And finally, the microplastic may give an impact to reproductive health. So, for example, many married couples are still struggling to have children due to severe fertility issues. Emerging studies link the overconsumption of microplastics to reduce sperm quality and ovarian dysfunction.
Challenging of depositing petroleum based on plastic. 1. Plastic petroleum decomposes very slowly. Plastic can take hundreds of years to break down naturally, causing waste accumulation in landfill, river, and ocean. Point 2. Plastic waste causes environmental pollution. Uncontrolled disposal of plastic can clog drainage system, lead to flooding, pollute water sources, and damage ecosystem. Point 3. Plastic waste harm wildlife and marine life. Animals such as turtle, fish, bird, and marine mammal may mistake plastic for foods or become trapped in plastic waste, leading to injury or death. Point 4. Recycling plastic is challenging and costly. Not all plastic can be recycled, and the processes of collecting, sorting, and reprocessing plastic require high costs. Open burning of plastic waste can also cause air pollution. Okay, next we go to 3.4 environmental impact of plastic production from petroleum. 1. Petroleum is non-renewable resource. It is formed from the remain and ancient plant and animal over millions of years. Okay, point 2. Continuous use of petroleum reduces global reserve. High demand in transportation, industry, and plastic manufacturing cause petroleum supplies to decrease. Point 3. Burning petroleum release carbon dioxide. CO2 is greenhouse gas then contribute to global warming. Point 4. Global warming leading to climate change. It causes more frequent and severe flood, drought, heatwave, and storm, affecting human, agriculture, and the environment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi everyone. My name is Fashana Lisa binti Zahruddin. So I will present about the recommendation to reduce excessive plastic use. So for the first one, we can improve recycling practice by promoting recycling in communities, schools and also the industry. Proper waste separation and better recycling facilities can help to increase recycling rates. In addition, awareness campaign can educate people about responsible waste management. So for the second one is by the reducing single-use plastic is very important. We should minimize the use plastic straw, bags, cups, and also the packaging. Instead, people can use the reusable alternatives such as cloth bag and reusable container. This can significantly reduce the plastic waste in the environment. So for the another recommendation is to use the biodegradable plastic. These eco-friendly plastic are made from renewable resources and can reduce our dependence on the petroleum-based plastics. As a result, they help minimize the long-term environmental damage. So, the fourth one is we can also adopt sustainable shopping habits. For example, by the bringing reusable shopping bags and avoiding single-use plastics bags when we are shopping. This small action can help reduce the amount of the plastic waste generated every day. And the other point is the government also plays an important role in reducing plastic pollution. Stricter regulation on plastic use, plastic bag charge, and bans on certain plastic products can encourage more sustainable practices. Government can also support recycling industries and green packaging initiative. So for the lastly, environmental educational is very essential. Schools and communities can organize environmental campaign and recycling activities. Educating students about plastic pollution from a young age can encourage responsible habits and creates a more environmentally conscious society. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nia Fashions Metamarazi. So, in conclusion, most plastics are made from petroleum and fossil fuels, which are non-renewable resources. The production and disposal of plastic contribute to environmental pollution and can also affect human health. Plastic take hundreds of years to decompose, causing serious harm to wildlife and ecosystem, especially when it accumulates in rivers and oceans. To reduce this problem, we should practice the 3R concept: reduce, reuse, and recycle, and encourage the use of biodegradable materials as alternatives to conventional plastic. Finally, protecting the environment is a shared responsibility. Government, industry, and consumer must work together to reduce plastic pollution and create a more sustainable future. That's all for me. Thank you.